Mic test.
Mic test.
Mic test.
Pégate.
Mic. Ooh, that's strong. Hello.
You think yours is loud? Jose, scoot. Zachary, scoot.
I'm fixing them.
It's because we're crowded a little. Hold on to it. De mis pesares, ojos de papel volando, negrita de mis pesares, ojos de papel volando, a todos diles que sí, pero no les digas cuando así me dijiste a mí, por eso vivo penando. Quiero ver aquí con su rebozo de seda, que le traje de tequila.
Mike, check over here, sir. More on the guitarrón. All other mics are fine.
No, I know, but we're practicing a bit. Everything. Yeah. Yes, you might. Jonathan, I'm gonna come in front and like do like a hint or something. I'll like say something like comienza el guitarro and I guess pa' acá.
Aguas con ese perro. Caminando por la noche escuché ladrar un perro.
Caminando por la noche escuché ladrar un perro.
Como no sabía mi nombre me empezó a ladrar también. Una tragedia que acabó de suceder. Empecé a seguir sus pasos hacia una casa vacía.
Seguir sus pasos hacia una casa vacía.
Y empecé a reconocer que era casa de mi tía, lugar que abandonó y por qué nadie salía. Paraba de ladrar, perro tan desobediente.
Paraba de ladrar, perro tan desobediente.
Pero me empecé a fijar que llegaba mucha gente. Empezaron a gritar que han matado a don Clemente. Don Clemente era vecino y compadre de mi tío.
Era vecino y compadre de mi tío.
Más el dueño de este perro que me vino a señalar que aquí estaba el asesino, el que acaba de matar. ¡Perro! Que se oiga bonito mi mariachi, los tigres del sur, ¡sí señor! De repente que salió el joven de mi sobrino.
De repente que salió el joven de mi sobrino.
Diciéndome que mató al que enamoró a su madre, que fue siendo su padrino el que traicionó a su padre.
Perro, perro,
Perro, para de ladrar. Perro, 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 para de llorar. Y ahora que están a mano, empecemos a cantar. test, test,
Test. Test.
test.
Mic test.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your pleasure tonight, we're beginning our program with the Ballet Folklorico dancers from the Vidal M. Treviño School of Communications and Fine Arts under the direction of Ms. Alicia McInnes.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. Sing it to me. I got all my sisters with me. Sing it to me. We are family. I can hear you, y'all. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. Sing it to me. I got all my sisters with me. Sing it to me. We are family. I can hear you, y'all. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. Hey, I got all my sisters with me.
How about a big round of applause for our ballet folklorico dancers from the Trevino Magnet School and the J.W. Nixon High School Honors Winds Ensemble Band. Great job, students. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and on behalf of the Laredo Independent School District, I say bienvenidos to the dedication and ribbon-cutting ceremony of the Laredo ISD Performing Arts Center Auditorium in honor of a respected and highly esteemed South Texan. My name is Veronica Castillon, and I'm the Executive Director of Communications for Laredo ISD.
And I'm Gabriel Castillo, Senior Vice President for Corporate Marketing for the International Bank of Commerce. It is my pleasure to welcome everyone to an event that recognizes a truly outstanding member of our community and my boss, Mr. Dennis E. Nixon.
LISD is very proud of our state-of-the-art facilities that enrich the academic experience for our 21,000 students. Over the last several years, the LISD Board of Trustees, as well as staff, have partnered with our community to support and complete various construction bond projects across our district, including this very important theater, soon to be known as the Dennis Nixon Performing Arts Auditorium. This facility was designed to allow our students to participate in a multitude of extracurricular activities, such as music, dance, choir, and the fine arts. Here, our students and teachers are learning to lead the way, inspire change, support growth, and drive results through a wide range of expressive and creative performances.
But before we continue with our ceremonies, I ask that you please rise for the invocation to be offered by the Most Reverend James A. Tamayo, Bishop of the Diocese of Laredo, followed by the presentation of colors by the Dr. Leonidas Cigarroa High School Junior ROTC Color Guard under the direction of Sergeant Gilberto Gonzalez.
The national anthem will be performed by the J.W. Nixon High School Honors Winds Ensemble, directed by Mr. Juan Gerardo Sosa.
The United States Pledge of Allegiance will be led by members of the Superintendent's Student Advisory Council, Shelby Lynn Boteo, representing Raven at Tirsa Martin High School, my alma mater, Jackson Morin of J.W. Nixon High School,
My alma mater.
Juan Lara from Cigarroa High School, and Victoria Garcia, representing the Hector J. Garcia Early College High School. Bishop Tamayo.
Heavenly Father, stewardship is a person's acknowledgement of the time, talent, and treasure which one receives from God's loving hand. In gratitude, we generously respond by offering our time, talent, and treasure for the service of our community. Tonight, Laredo Independent School District recognizes an exceptionally good steward of our community. Mr. Dennis E. Nixon, in generous response to God's gifts to him, has consistently offered his time, talent, and treasure to the people of Laredo and Webb County. Mr. Dennis Nixon is grateful that this performing arts auditorium, which carries his name, will promote the talents and full potential of students in our local schools. May God bless and protect this facility. May He lovingly watch over all student participants who share their time, talent, and treasure in sponsored community events held within this multi-purpose auditorium. O Lord, call forth from our schools and community more servant leaders and good stewards who seek the best for the people of our community through the use of their time, talent, and treasure. We ask this in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Go ahead, that's it. It's our pleasure to introduce our dignitaries this evening, starting with
The LISD Board of Trustees. Tonight we have the President of the LISD Board of Trustees, the Honorable Hector J. Garcia. The Vice President of the Board of the Trustees, the Honorable Hector J. Noyola. Also joining us on stage is the Superintendent of LISD Schools, Dr. Silvia Guerra Rios.
We would also like to recognize our former Webb County judge and LISD Board President, the Honorable Mercurio Martinez Jr. Mr. Martinez. The U.S. Border Patrol Chief Patrol Agent of Laredo Sector, Carl Landrum. Mr. Landrum. Thank you.
Former Presidents of the LISD Board of Trustees, Dr. Dennis Cantu. Also former President of the LISD Board of Trustees, Mr. Amber Yeary. The architects on record for this project from Able City, we have Mr. Frank Rafnowski, Ms. Viviana Frank Rafnowski, and Mr. Rick Solis. I think Dr. Minita Ramirez has also arrived. Dr. Minita Ramirez was a member of our Board of Trustees, and now she's president of Laredo College. Oh, there she is. Okay. Representing our building contractor from Leindecker Construction, we have Mr. Gary Leindecker, Mr. Paul Leindecker, Mr. Rene Cortez, and Mr. Angel Garcia.
I take special pride in introducing the next set of dignitaries in my book, our IBC and Commerce Bank family representing the International Bank of Commerce and Commerce Bank. Please rise and be recognized, IBC family. I also take pleasure in recognizing, and some of you already know that we at IBC held a very special campaign this year for MD Anderson. I would like to introduce Mr. Bobby Dean, representing MD Anderson Cancer Research Center. Mr. Dean.
And my colleagues here, the school principals of LISD campuses, please stand and take a bow. Campus principals. And joining us on stage are the members of the Superintendent's Cabinet. Please rise and be recognized. Thanks to all of you for joining us this evening.
Our first speaker personifies the sterling qualities of leadership and dedication. He has devoted his time and talents as a member of the LISD Board of Trustees for 12 years. Please help me welcome the President of LISD, the Honorable Hector Tito Garcia.
Thank you very much, and welcome to the Dennis E. Nixon Performing Art Auditorium, our home. Welcome. I'm honored, worried. I talked to Chemo when I got here, and I said, Chemo, I've done 12 years of this, and I've never been as nervous. Even the school that was named after me, I have never been as nervous as today. And the reason is we're naming this facility to somebody that I truly respect, truly look up to. There's a story I want to tell you that during a couple of years ago when I was a city council member, I had the privilege of sitting down to talk about something that was going on with the city that we're looking at going or not doing it, or it was just a plan. And I sat down with Dennis, and we went through everything. I don't even remember the project. But the funny thing is, at the end of the day, when I got up, I said, wow, he was a good friend of my father's. And I felt like I just had a scolding from my father, telling me, you can't do this, we shouldn't do this, this, and this. But I left not upset. I left like, this is what we need to do. The best thing for our community is what he was telling me. And the project didn't pass, and we went to something else. But that's how much I respect, and that the information and the the word that he gave me was something I needed to hear. I'm here representing our board members from the past. Mr. Valdez, which is no longer with us. Mr. Perez, which is no longer with us. Previous boards like Mr. Beckelheimer, Cindy Liendo, all these people that this project has been a long project. I want to thank the city for giving us the opportunity to purchase this building. I want to thank our board members for sitting back and saying, we need to build this, but we need to do it the right way. We put money away for at least 8 years, every year at the end of the budget. Whatever was left over, we put into a pot and said, we're going to build this. We're not going to go to the taxpayer. We're not going to ask for bond. We're going to build this the way it should be built. And that's why this project took such a long time. But we did it. In behalf of the over 20,000 students, 2,400 employees, and everybody that had anything to do with this, thank you. We thank you for everything you've done to our community. IBC lives by we do more. That's an understatement. Really is an understatement. Because they go beyond doing more. And it's all because of Mr. Nixon. Mr. Nixon shows the example for everybody else. If he expects you all to do it, he's going to do it himself. Every employee. I've been around so many of you, because every organization out there, there's somebody from IBC on it. And it's incredible, the work that you all do. Helping the poor, helping the people that cannot afford anything, IBC is there. But not only that, in our community, but throughout Texas and throughout the country, IBC is known for the hard work and dedication that you all produce. And again, it doesn't come by itself. It's come by somebody that expects everybody on time. Expects, I'm only telling you once, listen, and we got to get it going. And I know this from the outside because I know a lot of you from the inside. But that's expected. Our superintendent does the same thing. And to be successful, you have to draw the line and expect everybody to, if I'm going to do it, you do it. I thank all of you for being here. I thank you for taking the name on a beautiful facility. Dr. Rios for putting all this together. I want to thank Flor. She was the lady putting the money together and telling us, okay, it's time to do it. Mr. Velasquez, who was in charge of this project, and we never gave up. We were here many times walking, and I want to thank Gabriel, because he brought me the name and said, I wish that I want to recommend a naming of a facility. They didn't say what facility. And I said, you don't have to tell me twice. When I brought it up to the board, it was unanimous, and we said we need to, this building, the biggest piece that we have, needs to be named after him, because he truly deserves it. Thank you for being here. God bless everybody, and enjoy the rest of the program.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia. Our next speaker has led the way for LISD to earn an exemplary rating, an A in academics, an A in finance, and 95 distinctions from the Texas Education Agency. She's LISD's instructional leader and superintendent, Dr. Silvia Guerra Rios.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to be here tonight, especially to honor Mr. Nixon, his family, and the IBC family, and everyone who is here. I think that Mr. Garcia summed it up in what are the qualities and attributes that create opportunities, but with goals that are far apart than what we can envision right here and now. And so when Mr. Garcia says, oh, this is how Mr. Nixon is, well, and that's how he is too, that's how we all are. and we have one goal in mind, and that is our students. I do want to tell you that this facility has already been used since the beginning of the school year. We have had various activities, our bands, our dancers, and you only saw a few of them. This is going to be a place where art is treasured, supported, and it is part of our heritage. You see a little bit of that heart that really is LISD. LISD is celebrating 140 years of existence. And in those 140 years, people like Mr. Nixon and the community, our former board members, everyone in here, you have been a part of the heart of Laredo ISD. You have been that reinforcement, that push, that willingness to do something more for our students. Right here in front of you, you have part of the J.W. Nixon Band. They are going to be competing at the next level of competition this Saturday. It is the teachers, the directors, the support from the community, the patronage of individuals like Mr. Nixon. You're supporting something more just than reading and writing and arithmetic. You're supporting that whole student. So when we look at this facility, we look at the promise of what any child can be. Laredo ISD educates children from the ages of 3 through 21 years. Special needs, gifted and talented, students who are looking for a career, different types of careers. We have partnerships with Laredo College, with TAMI-U, with other colleges and institutions across the country, not only the state. And yes, it has taken quite a while to build this facility. But with this facility comes the recognition that Laredo ISD is at the forefront of innovation. We are the only school district that has 8 nationally recognized blue ribbon schools, not because we nominated them, but because the Texas Education saw something great happening in our Laredo ISD schools. 8 nationally recognized schools, which that hasn't happened anywhere else in this city or in any other in this area. But that distinction comes from the willingness of individuals coming together and saying, our children, our students, our teachers, our individuals in this community deserve the very, very best. And it comes from a commitment that is made from our Laredo ISD Board of Trustees, from individuals like Mr. Nixon, from the community, people willing to serve. Because when we serve our children, we serve our students, we serve individuals that are going to create a future for Laredo ISD and our city. We want to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Nixon and his family. It's a pleasure meeting you, Mrs. Nixon. It's a pleasure seeing all of you. I come from Hebronville, this really tiny place that only has 2 signal lights. But I will tell you that in Hebronville, there's an IBC bank. I will tell you that in Hebronville, we look forward to that IBC parade. I will tell you that everything that is good is embodied in the service of giving. So thank you, Mr. Nixon. Your patronage is going to be welcomed because every single child who sets foot on this stage in our school district, in every other building that Laredo ISD has, will be part of your legacy. Thank you so, so very much for being part of our school district, for being part of our community, and for making us do more, be better, and aspire to the stars. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rios, for that very inspiring speech. You should be a pastor in your next lecture. You got me motivated. This beautiful auditorium reflects the exceptional leadership and we do more attitude that has driven Dennis Nixon to bring border residents and communities together because he knows that communities can't move forward unless they move together. Please direct your attention to the screen for a short video tribute to Mr. Dennis Nixon.
Congratulations, Mr. Nixon.
Thank you for everything you've done for us.
Congratulations, Mr. Nixon.
And now we would like to invite IBC's Executive Vice President for Corporate International Division to introduce our honoree from the J.W. Nixon High School class of 1971. Please help me welcome Mr. Jerry Schwebel. Oh, from the 1970 class of Nixon.
I'm old. This means I'm old. Commit fully to your job. Speed up. Behave like you are in business for yourself. Stay in school. Hold yourself accountable for outcomes. Add value. Manage your morale. Practice Kaizen, the pursuit of perfection. Be a fixer, not a finger pointer. Alter our expectations. For almost 5 decades, Dennis E. Nixon has instilled in everyone who works or has worked with International Bank of Commerce this business philosophy. These 10 phrases have been the foundation of his leadership since 1976, surrounding himself with talent with Laredo roots and other Texas and Oklahoma cities with a vision to not just think great, but be great. His burning desire is for all of us to pay attention to all that surround us and in all that we do. He is constantly reminding public officials and private stakeholders that we all must find common sense solutions to our problems because only we should control our destiny. This is what makes him happy. But as Malcolm Gladwell wrote, the only true way to listen is with your ears and your heart. Today we're gathered to celebrate this beautiful new landmark that will bear his name. It is worthy to think that today's generation of students, as well as future generations of students, parents, and visitors, will enter these doors and look up and see the name Dennis E. Nixon and ask, who is this man? Who was this man? What did he do to deserve this recognition? Some will be able to answer this way. Dennis Nixon was one of Texas's and Oklahoma's most successful business leaders. Dennis Nixon was a man committed to serve his community and encouraging all those associated with him to give back to what that same community has given us all, whether it is Laredo or any of over 75 communities in Texas and Oklahoma and even Mexico. He is passionate about this commitment, whether it is bringing everyone together in search for a cure for cancer, helping hurricane victims, assisting families to recover from losses of homes or loved ones, providing aid to refugees from war-torn countries. He will be at the forefront to help those in need. Dennis Nixon was a humble man who was given an opportunity to lead by example, showing us all that a hard work ethic will allow everyone to achieve unlimited success. That it was not important to just be good, but more important, to be great. Dennis Nixon was a dedicated husband, father, grandfather, and mentor who instilled in all the importance of family and how sharing every moment together was equally important as any success as a banker or a business person. That may be his best legacy. John Quincy Adams, our 6th President of the United States, and the son of our 2nd President, John Adams, learned so much from following the footsteps of our founding fathers, who as leaders of a young republic formed the foundation of our great nation. President Adams stated, "If our actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, and become more, you are a leader." Ladies and gentlemen, students, friends, Dennis Nixon has inspired us all by always following our company's motto, "We do more." His vision and his actions bring us together today. Let this performing arts auditorium that will bear his name inspire future generations to also do more for this community, for this great state of Texas, and our beloved United States of America. Please welcome our mentor, our friend, Dennis E. Nixon.
Thank you very much, Jerry. That was a very generous introduction. You must be looking for a big bonus this year, huh? To each of you in the audience, thank you for being here this evening. And my heartfelt thanks goes out to the LISD Board of Directors and Administrators for choosing my name for this magnificent structure. I am truly honored and humbled by this recognition. Superintendent Sylvia Rios, thank you. Board of Trustees, Monica Garcia, Hector Tito Garcia, Rick Garcia, Guadalupe Gomez, Hector Nayola, Benita Ramirez, and the late Jose Valdez. Thank you all for thinking about me. Furthermore, I want to congratulate each of you for taking on the challenge of providing such a spectacular space to nurture, develop, preserve our children's cultural experience and to support the quality of life needs of our community at large. I also want to thank all the folks who worked to complete this magnificent center, including the architects, designers, contractors, and workers who have devoted endless amounts of time to this endeavor, as well as all of the LISD team who came together to host this wonderful event, and not to mention the exceptionally talented performers that have entertained us this evening. I also want to recognize and thank my family for supporting me and partnering with me over all the years I've worked and lived in Laredo, and especially my wife, Bobby. I also want to thank my second family, all the shareholders, directors, officers, and employees, and customers of IBC who have supported me and been the reason why today is possible. We have all truly grown and prospered together. I want to further thank and congratulate LISD because government entities often piecemeal the arts. Instead, you took the lead and created an iconic structure that will advance the intellectual, spiritual, and inspirational awakening of a diverse group of students you serve at LISD. And by opening its doors to the community, you'll enrich the lives of everyone who will come and enjoy the events at this center. What a magnificent way to educate students and nurture their talents, providing them a space for artistic expression to not only build their confidence, but lay a foundation for their future success at the same time, bringing this wonderful experience to the city. I can already tell this will be the forum to provide students the freedom to learn, create, invent, enrich, and best of all, freedom to dream. To quote Benjamin Franklin, tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, but involve me and I will learn. This is so true for our young people today. We must involve them, encourage them to be a part of a greater effort. Let them know not only that they matter, but they can make significant contribution to the greater good and enrich our community where we live, work, and raise a family. This is how they learn and appreciate what their city has to offer and what they can offer to go from good to great, which has been our goal at IBC. Since its inception, the A.R. Sanchez Scholarship Program, sponsored by IBC, has provided over $500,000 in scholarships to LISD high school students continuing their quest for higher education. Much like our founder, Tony Sanchez, we want to see every student with financial needs to successfully reach their career goals and stay in Laredo and help Laredo prosper. How do we keep these successful graduates in Laredo? By enhancing the quality of life for every citizen, by making our city beautiful, more inviting, and by having a more responsive system of government that is committed to making that happen. We need to fix the problems, but we also need to explore the possibilities to enrich the lives of everyone in our city. As a good corporate citizen, I believe IBC has done its part to contribute to every entity that strives for a better city. Our educators in Laredo are among those that contribute the most to our children, but we must all participate as partners to protect the next generation so that they can achieve success and continue to build for all the generations that follow. Before I end, I'll quote another notable scholar, Thomas Jefferson, who said, "I like the dreams of the future better than the history of the past." I challenge myself, the IBC team, as well as everyone here, to cultivate the dreams of the future. I also challenge each of you to seek divine guidance and remain steadfast in your commitment to work day by day, person by person, to make our city, state, country, and the world a better place to live for the generations to come. We cannot leave this responsibility to others. As I have often warned, complacency kills, so we all must be engaged. As I get older and supposedly wiser, I realize there are moments that remain a wonderful part of my life that I will always remember. This special dedication today is certainly one of those special moments. I'm deeply honored, humbled, and grateful for this acknowledgement from LISD and the community I have embraced for over 50 years, and where my wife Bobby and I have raised a family, made friends, enjoyed life, and found success. I hope this remarkable structure becomes the Mecca for many future memorable moments for Los Dos Laredos. Best wishes to all, and God bless you, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Nixon. Congratulations to you and your family on this great honor. And now we are ready for the unveiling of the plaque, which will be installed in the auditorium for all time. Board members, Dr. Rios, Mr. and Mrs. Nixon, and students, please join us center stage to unveil. This is not the real plaque. This is going to be the one that's going to look like it, okay? Just so you know. But we're going to unveil it anyway. The real one's very heavy.
Mr. Sosa, is the band ready for drum roll? Hold on. And now for the ribbon cutting to officially open this auditorium. Band, are you all ready? And folks, can you help us count down? We are waiting for our beautiful ribbon and our scissors and our students who are going to help us mark this very important occasion. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony tonight. Please join us in the foyer for a reception and the pleasure of your company. And following the photos of the Nixon family, we would like the IBC family to come up here and get ready for your group photo. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Golden Spurs, Tigerettes, and Silver Roses, would you all stay close by for a photo? Also, Ballet Folklorico dancers.
IBC and Commerce Bank family, can you come up for a picture, please?
Okay, IBC family.